the big wicket goes. The big miss, Kathmandu Singh goes for 15, getting a strike shot. Oman 32 for 1.
Baba.
The wicketkeeper batsman for Oman. Just debuted last November for the Oman team versus Canada in 2022 November.
I love this.
Okay, okay.
Played some
I think
English
we
cricket for Nottinghamshire in the junior levels and in the second 11 when you could see that ball, that drift, that turn from around middle and leg and it's off. Very good rhythm, Lalit.
What a good change by the captain going for that. And I was saying that it's a good change and a brave change as well. He's been bowling with the new ball in the last match or so.
Came in with the arm, the ball runs away. Foreman diving effort by being practice into the putting board. Hopefully safe and sound. A half time this team. 5 over done. Oman 36 for 1.
Look, I've got a new character. Whoa! Rolling, rolling, rolling. Rolling, 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 rolling. Rolling, 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 rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling.
So far to continue from the Chobar end. Nicely punched up the back foot, but straight to the fielder. Manna, the fielder there. And let's look at that edge again. It was definitely carried, but I think I put up quick, quite early, I must say.
Lalit pushed that ball a bit in the air. Came with the arm. Probably an armor attempt. Batsman playing a shot. Came quick to our
There was a chance for Sopal Kami. He's very good off his bowling. He took a minor injury under the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup. He flew last month off. Got the fingertips to it. A very sharp chance.
Skippity bop
for
it,
Sopal
Dada.
Kami.
November 1 is red and thick. Never easy for a fast bowler off his own bowling. Did well, Sompal, to stick his hand out with the fingertips. Living dangerously, the Omani player.
Nicely kept by Atif Sheikh, putting his body behind the ball. It's not easy when the ball bounces in front of you. Oh, got the fingertips to it. It definitely saved 4 runs for his team, but it goes down as a short chance.
We also no damage done to his fingers. It was his right hand, bowling hand.
Skippity bop.
Omani batters definitely giving some half chances to these leaders here. That. What do you make of this start?
I think Oman got that that was the partnership was broken by Lalit last one. She created a chance again, but I shake got a fingertips to it again. So far, Ghani had a chance for a cotton goal. It goes down as two drop catches. Nice the ball, hurried the batsman to his shots. A rare misfield like Hotel.
Okay. Got over. Score done, Oman are 38 for 1.
The all-new Pulsar N160 with dual channel ABS.
I've been using anti-coaches since 2007. It's smooth, fast, and affordable. That's all. You are absolutely right about it.
जीवन बीमा जरूरी
हामीले रिलायबल नेपाल लाइफ इन्सुरेन्समा जीवन बिमा गऱ्यौँ
यो त सफल
Breakthrough given by Lalit there. He could have taken 2 wickets in that over. Oh, again the ball going with the arm. Lucky the batter. Got the bat right on time. Stopped the ball.
Why is the free catch? The ball is the same action. The ball changes, making it difficult and just stopped there by Lalit on his own bowling. The guy coming up to him. Give a pat on the back.
Very nice look there. Spider is bowling it a bit slower through the air. Good bowling by Lalit.
Really pleasant to see his maturity, Lalit. For his variation, goes the stump, wide of the trees, back of the stump. See that ball came wide of the tree. Rolled it slightly crooked. Looking probably for the same ball which he got up in the topic in living, changing. Just about bringing the bat down in time.
Good to see that Prajapati going to Shafiq to have a chat. Very, very well bowled. Adding effort by the keeper there. That's the cover.
Nice vary of pace by Lalit. This one he bowled it slightly slower. Nicely waited for his Shafiq to come to down for 1 run. The cover a little bit waited, contesting a lot. Good thinking by Lalit.
Very well bowled. A dot ball to in the over. 70 gone. Oman 39 for 1.
Sparkling energy drink. Keto Classic.
Oh, Lifebuoy hand wash le मात्र 99.9% viruses. त्यसैले bomb र market number 1 selling germ protection soap brand.
यदि कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सनु होला यदि कार्पेट कार्पेटको शिक्षा
Balkani has done a good job 3 overs. 13. running outside the off stump. Shafiq is living a bit dangerously at the moment, whereas Prajapati looks very comfortable in the crease. Can never stop crossing the ball at any effect because Manna played earlier.
People are going to talk about that for a long time. Top one attempted by NEPAL'S. Just is the mid-on fielder. Runs away to the boundary.
That much needed boundary for Shafiq. He was living dangerously. Didn't intend to hit it straight. Tried to hit it over the cricket, but went towards the long on area for a boundary.
Good field by NEPAL. Choosing his length. He wants to stop it. Deeper than he expected. That batted it deeper. Short time. Well completed.
Yes, initially wanted a single, but Shafiq's non-striker passed him back. What an athlete football Dani has been for the national side. He's a proper batsman. Can never call him as a tail ender.
One is there, in no hurry. To build up a partnership after the builders into dugout. Would have good starts in the last week, but couldn't capitalize to clearly look to get a move on and continue get closer to the target that Nepal has given up to 10 runs.
That was a very nice block ball by Kathmandu. Show pressure. Equally nicely played by Shafiq. Keeping that out.
Batters will have a long batting lineup with Ishan, Nabil, Asif and Ayan Khan to come, and also Sandeep Gaul, who has been a finisher for them.
That was a variation ball by Sopal Khani, an off cutter. 8 overs gone. Oman 43 for 1.
Something that has to change, and if this is the service, the way fastest world in the which is the form. स्वसदेखि ग्रामीणको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थमा सम्बन्ध सधैँ हामीलाई
Top international institution, study abroad expert, ACC Kathmandu.
In the service of education, DAV Childcare.
Pick up the bowlers for the bat so far. Has taken a wicket already in the 2 overs, putting only 7 runs. Now, ball going with the arm. Quick single taken by these 2 batsmen. Running between the wickets has been good for the Oman so far.
Good understanding, just split the wheel. And given around 10 yards to his right. Indication that bowling a very good rhythm. There's still a colorful crowd there, people enjoying themselves after a half day today, probably coming in.
Right on the money, Lalit. He's in a very good rhythm. He's using his crease very well. He's going wide Off the break, coming closer to the stumps. Varying his pace as well, his length as well.
Making right decisions. Some turning and some going straight. That was slighted a bit. Goes back to the bowler. He's gonna bowl there all day, Lalit, unless you do something differently as a batsman.
But that was a bit short and nicely placed there by Shafiq, but only a single. There's a boundary rider there at wide long off. Current Casey, the big man. What a six he hit. He went out of the ground in the, and that we want to call that end something like Larry was saying that Sakti goes in stand or nicely played there. Just a single, a very good over by Lalit. Only 3 runs of it after 9, Oman 46 for 1.
Just in the hand, more on the fastest route. Rerouting. Rerouting.
The all-new Pulsar N160 with dual channel ABS.
You've reached your destination.
Bluetooth?
Oh, like कोई हैंड वॉश ले मार सर 99.9% वायरसेस जैसे ले balm, rub, संसार के नंबर 1 सेलिंग germ protection soap brand.
It was it. What's that?
I've been using antibiotics since 2017. It's so smooth, fast, and affordable. Yes, bro, you are absolutely right.
Nepal Telecom, राष्ट्र को संचार.
Currently he's changing his ends, coming from the Chobar end, replacing Alkami. Has done a decent job with the ball and a terrific job with the bat in the first innings. Prajapati not out on 19 of 21. And Japinder, clean ball by Lalit, a magic delivery by him. Shafiq on 11 of 21. A slip has been taken off by the captain, Roy Podell.
We're talking about the naming of the stand for it in the last over. As soon as more development work goes on this EU cricket, international cricket ground, you might see a lot of names of lot past cricketers who have done so much for the country coming up as well in the stands.
Yeah, that can be a very good gesture for the former players. Straight in front. I think the umpire thought that it would have slightly missed the stump. It was angling down, but a very good ball by Currently. The batsman came across the stumps.
A very close one. You could see the leg stump from this angle. Was a very good call. But the umpire says not out. Maybe just flipping the leg stump or going down. Umpire's the main man. Okay,
Very good over, comeback over for Current KC. Let's look at this again. It's very marginal. It was definitely angling down the leg stump.
Seems to have wrapped him around the knee roll maybe. Could have flicked the top of leg stump for my liking for it. But I'm not the umpire.
The height is not an issue in that instance, but the line must have been the issue for the umpire. Again, ball darting it in. This is a very good comeback over by Current KC, changing these ends.
The crowd has good numbers today. Every has been taken. That's the guest section for you. See the red flag flying high. Happy crowd, all smiles till now. No wonder the batting going so well. See those smiles.
That was another good ball, nipping into the right-hander. Shafiq had no clue about that. Karan Casey bowling well, changing his ends. He rarely bowls from the field, and he prefers the Chobar end, Karan Casey.
Yeah, that's the end, and the fast bowler you would enjoy the crowd's roar coming in off your back. I remember in the past days, Vinod Das used to bowl from that end. Our ex-captain, the cricket manager of Cricket Association of Nepal currently, has done a good job. You see Karan Casey coming wide of the crease. Would love to see him come closer to the crease, closer to the stumps rather. It's 10th done. Oman are 47 for 1.
Sparkling energy drink. Kigo Classic. यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला। यति कार्पेट, कार्पेटको शहंशाह।
In the service of education, DAV Jolakil.
Hub International Education. Study abroad expert, Hatisar, Kathmandu.
तपाईँ हुनुहुन्छ र त हामी छौँ
त्यसैले
गर्व गरेर दोहोऱ्याउन मन लाग्छ
I am England. The first power play, 47 for 1. The current rate 4.71. And Lalit is going to continue from the Sutherland end. There's a deep square leg. Long on, long off. Sweep the cover. The boundary riders. He's done a good job. 3 overs, 1 for 10 his figures so far. Yeah, we'd like to hand over the commentary to Andrew Leonard. He's back out of breath.
Well, there's always something happening, isn't there? Rajbanshi is the one who's made the breakthrough. And an important one it was too, because it was the big wicket of Jatinder Singh. He's a little bit of weather about, inclement weather I would suggest. Bit of thunder in the background. We'll just add to the drama, add to the tension, add to the brilliance of the occasion. Very much a possibility we might get a little downpour yesterday in Pakistan and Rawalpindi. It wasn't rain, but it was hail. There hasn't been much rain. Rain would be very good for the valley. It's what the country needs. But it wouldn't be so good for the cricket, so maybe they could just hold on. 5 o'clock or so. I've got Sharon Basakar with me. Sharon, he kind of honours even start to that first power play. Well, equally poised at the moment. That came in with the arm sharply. 11th over done. Oman are 48-1.
Age simplified technology.
हामीले इलेभन नेपाल लाइफ इन्सुरेन्समा जीवन बिमा गर्यौँ
स्पर्शदेखि ग्राहकको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थमा सम्बन्ध सधैँ भनिरहे यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला यति कार्पेट कार्पेटको शहंशाह
The man of the day, Kushal Malla, comes into ball. Andrew? Just when you thought he couldn't offer any more to this team, the 19-year-old is going to come on now and try and make some breakthroughs. And that was something that I think I was very strong about during that little bit of a difficult patch that he had when he wasn't making many runs. I'll come to that Kushal Malla. He's such a good fielder. Very handy bowler. Even when he's not making runs, brings value to the team, just like Dipender Singh Airi.
good economy rate, very consistent. It's a very economical and simple action. He doesn't feel there's enough turn to warrant a slip, so he himself sends the slip out, doesn't even ask Robert down. Just says, out you go, Arif, get into backward point, please. Definitely skidding on a bit rather than gripping.
Keeps off his confidence, pretty clear in his mind, the kind of field he wants. The ball turns very left. Good option to take out the slip.
Well, my big question to you, Sherrod, is where else in the world do you want to be right now? This beautiful cricket ground, a side full of confidence, and an atmosphere unlike any other.
If not in the ground, definitely should be glued in the TV.
Right now, little phases like this, you can build up some pressure, build up some dots. You have over 300 on the board. Nepal have never had that before. Gets you ahead of the game. Really good first over, 2 runs from it. Even though the 50s come up, maybe Nepal just looking ahead of the game. It's 50 for 1. The whole new Pulsar N160 with dual channel ABS.
The destination.
Next.
Sparkling energy drink. Kigo Classic. स्पर्शदेखि ग्राहकहरूको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई Here we go. Sandeep Lamachani.
Next.
He is one away. And I know for a fact, from talking to him, he wanted to get that 100th in that win over UAE. He didn't. And I think in some ways it's more special that it's saved for today if he can pick up a wicket. Not for certain, but every ball could be the moment. He's generally bowled really well, having come back from that extended 5-month break out of the game.
He's been the leading wicket taker since his comeback. He definitely looked to contribute for his team. He could have that. And that's the big shout and given.
And there is the moment. Move over. Rashid Khan into the history books goes Sandeep Lamachani. It was flirting with the leg stump. Wasn't doing enough. They don't care because he's going to be lifted up to the heavens. Arif Sheikh picks up the poster boy of Nepali cricket. Congratulations, the signs they were pre-made. Rashid Khan, he took 44 games. Sandeep Lamachani, he does it in game 42.
Special day for him. Thanking the crowd. Kisses the top, bows down to the Mother Earth. Special moment for him.
Incredible moment on a quite incredible day. 42nd one-day international. He's got to 100 wickets. He's done it quicker than any other player in history of one-day international cricket. That's right here in the land of the Himalayas. That record goes and will belong forevermore from now to Sandeep Lamachani. I think it's a pretty good decision. I thought it might have been angling down at first, but the finger did go up. And there is the joy, there is the moment. Wicket 2 in the context of the game. It's 52 for 2.
सकियो त सकिसक्यो तेरो पर्सनल मोबाइल नम्बर त ब्लक गरिस् पर्सनल मोबाइल नम्बर त अस्ति नै टेलिकम अफिसबाट ब्लक गरेर आइसके अनि ब्याङ्कमा नि ब्याङ्कमा त्यहाँ चाहिँ किन गर्नु पर्यो र त्यो त गर्नुपर्छ नि आफ्नो मोबाइल नम्बर परिवर्तन वा ब्लक भयो आफ्नो ब्याङ्कलाई पनि जानकारी दिउँ र आफ्नो ब्याङ्क खाताको जानकारी
That I pin.
Not a chance to get the record.
Where is
It's
that?
off break.
That I pin.
Going back soon. You heard it on TV. Here comes the skipper. Class act, this man. 19 shy of 1,001 international runs for him. Spears in. They think this is out. They think it's cut into the boot and up. We do have a third umpire up there, and PG Sam might be persuaded to go up and have a look. Harry Sheikh is certain. He is certain.
That I pin.
Sandy, he's always certain. It's a wicket. The umpires will wait for the signal, but we think they might go upstairs. To my eyes, which are getting worse and worse, I thought he cut it into the turf. But has he cut it into the boot? It would be such an unfortunate dismissal. The catch, whether it was on the bounce or not, was taken cleanly. The stop signal, not out. Up we go.
Would be interesting to replay that one. Some interesting off swing there from Pandit this time. Bowled it slightly flatter.
It was speared in, wasn't it? It's a delivery I think he's been working on, from what he was telling me. He's been wanting to give that variation. No problem with the front foot, so that's fine.
Baba.
It's really a little sort of medium pacer, isn't it? For me, there's a puff of dust from the turf there, and everyone getting a little carried away.
Very tough to see those kind of decisions with a naked eye, but in the replay we can clearly see the puff of dust. It's the boot and then the ground.
I saw it miles away, mate. I knew that hit the turf, didn't I?
Exactly, Lenny. And we wait for umpire signal. Normally, when it hits the boot, it doesn't go that high, I presume.
You're spot on. It's bounced firmly off the hard playing surface. Good work from the umpiring team here, because not only did they get it right on field, they've said the soft signal was not out, but then they've gone up to check with the third umpire, and we'll see the green light any second now.
Umpires have done a good job till now. Let's wait for the signal. That's the best angle we have.
The other thing is, with it being a soft signal not out, that's pretty clear that A, it's bounced, but B, there's nothing like conclusive evidence that it hasn't bounced. For it to have been given out, it would have had to thud into the boot and straight up, but they just want one more look. It's the puff of dust that's the key there. Even if you're not certain that it's hit the turf, it's clearly kicked up some of the pitch. There's the green light, there we go, we get there eventually. Well done everyone. Sandeep, you'll have to wait for number 101.
As always, Sandeep picks up his first wicket in his first over. So many times he gets that early breakthrough from his first over.
After a couple of claps of thunder, we've now got blazing sunshine. We should have at least more than enough to get the 7 overs more that are required. I have no idea what the hold-up is now, because we've seen the decision given that out. We should be on we go. Maybe the umpires want a few more fans to come in and enjoy the action before we get going again. And there's plenty of them. It was just outside the walls and fans flooding in. Cleans him up. It's a slow, beautiful, loopy jugly. He had to wait one more ball for 101. Maksud has played across it, angled in, turning away, the top of off flapped back. Sandeep Ramachani on fire.
Look at the crowd. 2 wickets in his first over. The superstar of Nepal. Number 25 gets his second wicket with a googly. Came wide of the crease. Ball coming in and straightening. Dishan trying to play with the angle in the leg side but missed it completely. Completely missed him there, Sandeep. He goes for a knot. Oman are 52 for 3.
टेलिकमको खोजिनै पर्दैछ स्पिड टेक्नोलोजी कभरेज रिलायबिलिटी अफोर्डेबिलिटी र साथै क्वालिटी र सर्भिसमा पनि नेपाल चलेको राष्ट्रको सक्षम
In the service of education, DAV Jolakil.
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला यति कार्पेट कार्पेटको शहंशाह
Hub International Education. Study abroad expert, Hathisar, Kathmandu.
Okay, boys. What we need is speed. Who's the fast? Who's the fastest? Okay, welding. Welding.
सबैलाई थाहा छ इन्टरनेटको स्पिड र सर्भिस दुवैमा फास्टेस्ट वर्ल्ड नै हो
This is the fun. Just bowl around the wicket to them, angle it in and turn it away. Bowl 4 out of 5 googlies to them. Well, right now Oman have been rocked by a double strike from Sandeep Lamachari on a day and a month on from one we'll never forget. Just keep stacking them up. It's Monty Ball, it's 2080 now here in Nepal. And the new year, more of the same from the year before. This team, Sharad, there's something special about it. Where can they go?
Sky's the limit, Lenny. And I believe this is just the start. What a run of form Nepal team is in. Interesting change in the batting lineup. Nadeem walks in. Normally would see Akif batting at number 4 or number 3 for Oman. Still in the dugout, waiting for his chance, and you could see probably Dishan predicting a leg spin, but not to be.
Yeah, actually, I echo that point. I think that's the most important one that you've made. This is the beginning of this journey. By no means the climax of it. It's not even close to its 3rd or 4th chapter, I don't believe. The reason for that is it's such a young team. Karen Casey and Sampal Kami, Guy and Dramala, the only 3 even close to 30 or over 30. The rest of them are all, by international cricket standards, kids. One of the kids today smashed a 59 ball century. He's bowling right now. He's 19. Unbelievable stuff. Brilliant to watch this team go about what they're doing under the new head coach Monty Desai. 14 bowled, 5 to 3.
Need is speed. Who's the fast? Who's the fastest? Okay, welding. Welding.
सबैलाई थाहा छ इन्टरनेटको स्पिड र सर्भिस दुवैमा फास्टेस्ट वर्ल्ड नै हो
This is the fun. नेपाल टेलिकमको खोजिनै पर्दैछ स्पिड टेक्नोलोजी कभरेज रिलायबिलिटी अफोर्डेबिलिटी र साथै क्वालिटी र सर्भिसमा पनि नेपाल चलेको राष्ट्रको सक्षम
Hub International Education. Study abroad expert, Hathisar, Kathmandu.
In the service of education, DAV Jolakil.
Shasha Prajapati has learnt a difficult lesson. If you want to see a delivery that has not been picked in the hand, just put this one on repeat. Sandeep, he's got 3 for 2.
What a googly that was. Just wrapped him in front of the stumps. Couldn't pick that googly. There in the replay. That is plumb in front without a shot being played. That's gonna hit the stump for sure. Excited Sandeep Lamisane. And Kashyap goes for 25. Oman are 55 for 4.
Congestion ahead. World fastest route. Rerouting. Rerouting. Rerouting.
and 160 with dual channel ABS.
Your destination.
हो लाइक कोही ह्यान्डवासले मार्छ 99.9% भाइरसेस त्यसैले म र संसारकै नम्बर 1 सेलिङ जर्म प्रोटेक्सन सोप ब्रान्ड
तपाईँ हुनुहुन्छ र त हामी छौँ
त्यसैले
Ayan Khan to the crease. Sandy Famachani just apologises, he wasn't ready. Still holding back Aki Villiers. He was listed on our batting lineup at number 3. Look at the joy, look at the delight, the men, the women, the boys, the girls. Googly out of the back of the hand again. This country, it is rising up on the back of the performances of this national cricket team. I struggle to explain for those who haven't been here, those who are watching around the world, the importance of this team to this country. The day that they beat the UAE, the front and back page of every single paper was dedicated to this team. And there's a growing confidence and a growing belief that this nation is on the precipice of something very special. Not just the cricketers, much more than that. And they are, for certain, the heroes, the icons of this nation.
Absolutely. Cricket has been that uniting factor in our country. Oh, that just went through. 4 byes given. That seems to have kept very low.
Right now, if you're Ayan Khan or if you're Mohammed Nadeem, you are wondering what to do out there. It's him bounced a second time before the stumps. Smiles all around, apart from, well, even Asim Sheikh is smiling even though it goes against his numbers. Really is trying out these off breaks. I'm not sure they're his best. Stick with the leg breaks and the googlies, Sandy. Pure world class at those.
15 gone, Oman are 63 for 4.
Original energy drink. स्पर्शदेखि ग्राहकहरूको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई
तपाईँ हुनुहुन्छ र त हामी छौँ
त्यसैले
Yeah, the off breaks are certainly something new. We saw a few quicker balls during that last Cricket World Cup League 2 campaign that were kind of seam up or cross seam. Chipped at a catchable height through the covers. Why is Sandy going with those when he bowls such a potent googly?
Well, probably he doesn't want the opponents to be knowing what he has in his armory. They know he has that leg spin and googly, trying something different. The last time I chatted with him, he was saying he might bowl the left arm spin as well.
There now, Sandy. Time to not get carried away. The fastest ever to 100 wickets. For a reason, because you've all world-class leg spin. Yeah, this record of his, it's into the record books for good now. I'm not sure that will be beaten. Good stroke. Finally, something to cheer for Oman after a horror couple of overs down the track. Pitch of the ball, all the way for 6.
And Khan back off some runs. Was in good form in his last game. Took his team out of trouble. Also important runs against Qatar. Definitely take that confidence into this game. Could have batted a bit higher in this than the number 6 position that he's given. In the form he's in. Also, Akif Ilyas, nowhere to be found till now. You know, Lenny, in the last series he played here, he had scored 2 centuries. Would have loved to see him bat at number 3.
I just wonder, is that part of managing his return? It was such a terrible injury he had. Most important, he's healthy again. That's what we're all so pleased to see. Maybe finding a few baby steps back into the international game for now. 16 have been bowled at 72 for 4.
Congestion ahead. You are on the fastest route. Rerouting.
The all-new Pulsar N160 with dual channel ABS.
You've reached your destination.
Oh, Lifebuoy hand wash ले मार्छ 99.9% viruses. त्यसैले balm र संसारकै number 1 selling germ protection soap brand.
Half International Education. Study abroad expert. Hatisar, Kathmandu.
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि
Googly from Lamachani, straight to the cover fielder. Without getting into all the details of the difficulty that Sandeep has been through, the character he's shown to come back and play his cricket the way he has, it speaks volumes of him.
He's always been that mentally tough character. Yeah, you need to get success in the highest level. You always need to be mentally strong, and I always felt he had that mental frame of mind that never scared to beat anybody. He's bowled to the greatest of batsmen in IPL and all the other leagues around the world. His body language is shoulders are always high, heads up, never scared of getting hit.
And that's something you can't be scared of as any spinner, but particularly a leg spinner. I used to specialise in getting hit for sixes, that's what I did best. Not hitting sixes, Sharad, getting hit for them by other batters. You just got to get used to it. You got to roll with the punches. You're in the team to take wickets. And one of the ways you will do that is by keeping things tight and creating chances. Someone clears the ropes from you a few times, roll with the punches.
I'm pretty surprised why didn't you play long enough for Ireland? You're in the wrong end, sitting here with us. Talking of Sandeep, there is one thing that you possess skills of bowling in yourself, but then to have that confidence, it's given that gifted talent from the Lamachani. The end of the over, Oman are 74 for 4.
ड्रिङ्क्स स्वाट्दै एनर्जी स्वाट्दै स्पर्शदेखि ग्राहकको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई
तपाईँ हुनुहुन्छ र त हामी छौँ।
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला। यति कार्पेट कार्पेटको शहंशाह।
Change of bowling. This is a good one. Rather than Abkushal Manna bowl to the left-hander, Ayan Khan. Then comes Dipender Singh Airi. Tell us about his bowling, Sharad. It really has gone from something that felt pretty part-time earlier in his career to maybe being, even though he's still the three-dimensional Dipender Singh Airi, maybe being the best of his three. Well, actually, can it be better than his fielding? I'm going to contradict myself. Comedy rate 3.69. He's a gun bowler now, and he's so clever.
Dipender, yeah, he's a good reader of the game. Bowls his overs quite quickly. Not a big turner of the ball. Balls in a quicker pace. That's because I can give you a bit of history of his bowling. When he first came in, he was a good medium pacer. could bowl around the 130 mark, to be honest. He was a very skilly customer, but then he had that back issue. And after that, he focused himself more on batting. He's coming good with his bowling as well nowadays.
It's funny that there's a number of cricketers around the world who do evolve from that. Particularly, it's usually medium pace, medium fast, and finger spin. That tends to be the most natural progression. And that is maybe why I think he makes a very good death bowler as well. One, his knowledge of the game as a medium pacer, but two, he's not tall. He's short in stature, but he bowls these clever lengths, a bit like Rohan Mustafa does, that are hard to get underneath, hard for the batter to hit down the ground for six. And that at career economy rate is no surprise to me.
The 18th over done, and it's like the drink break. We'll be back after a short while. The 18th over done. Oman are 77 for 4.
Junction ahead. You are on the fastest route. Rerouting. Rerouting.
The all-new Pulsar N160 with dual channel ABS.
You've reached your destination.
I've been using NT40 since 2017. It's so smooth, fast, and affordable. That's all. You're absolutely right.
Nepal Telecom. Rashtra ko sanchar. Exchange simplified technology.
Junction ahead. You are on the fastest route. Rerouting. Rerouting.
The all-new Pulsar N160 with dual channel ABS.
You've reached your destination.
Energy स्वास्थ्य
अनि सबै पेपर वर्कहरू सकियो त?
सकिसक्यो।
तेरो पर्सनल मोबाइल नम्बर त ब्लक गरिस्?
पर्सनल मोबाइल नम्बर त अस्ति नै टेलिकम अफिस गएर ब्लक गरेर आइसकेँ।
अनि ब्याङ्कमा नि?
ब्याङ्कमा? त्यहाँ चाहिँ किन गर्नु पर्यो र?
त्यो त गर्नुपर्छ नि। आफ्नो मोबाइल नम्बर परिवर्तन वा ब्लक भएको आफ्नो ब्याङ्कलाई पनि जानकारी दिऊ र आफ्नो ब्याङ्क खाताको जानकारी अरूको हातमा पुग्न सचेत बनाऊ। सतर्क रहौ, ठगीबाट बच्नु।
सिद्धार्थ बैंकद्वारा हितमा जारी सन्देश। सिद्धार्थ बैंक सम्बन्ध सधैँभरि।
हो, लाइफबोय ह्यान्ड वासले मार्छ 99.9% भाइरसेस। त्यसैले बम र संसारकै नम्बर 1 सेलिङ जर्म प्रोटेक्सन सोप ब्रान्ड।
In the service of education, DAV Jolakil.
नेपाल टेलिकमको 4G नै पर्फेक्ट छ। स्पिड, टेक्नोलोजी, कभरेज, रिलायबिलिटी, अफोर्डेबिलिटी र साथै क्वालिटी र सर्भिसमा पनि नेपाल टेलिकम राष्ट्रको सञ्चार।
Okay, boys, this pitch what you need is speed. Needs to be fast. Who's the fastest? Okay, Welding. Welding.
सबैलाई थाहा छ इन्टरनेटको स्पिड र सर्भिस दुवैमा फास्टेस्ट वर्ल्ड नै हो। यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनु होला। यति कार्पेट, कार्पेटको
Bowling perspective, 6 bowlers used so far. And the one that is writing his name up in lights is Sandeep Lamachani. 3 in 3 overs, including his 100th one-day international wicket, to make him the fastest ever to that landmark. And Oman, they have already got one of those Himalayan peaks to climb if they're going to get into this contest. Although they do have Akib Ilyas held back. I presume he'll come in next at number 7. A bit of fond farewell for the moment to Sharad Basaka. Welcome back, Paresh Lahani. Well, we thought this was going to be a great day. It seems to be delivering everything that you might have hoped for, wished for, and more?
Everything happening today. 50th one international for the Nepal team. Quick pass, century by Kushal Malla. 100 ODI wickets for Sandeep Lamachani, the quickest to get to it in 42 matches, beating the record of Rashid Khan. It took 44 matches to get to 100 wickets. Second ODI 50 for Sultan Kami, highest total for Nepal. That's going down the leg side. Everything happening today on the 50th one-day international for Nepal.
Yeah, quite remarkable, isn't it? The number of records that are dropping. A few others. I want to thank Sunil Kumar for sending these in to us. Kushal Malla also got to the 500, won the international run landmark. The 10 sixes that he hit were the most by any Nepali batter in an ODI innings, an individual ODI innings, that is. Is Malla one of the most destructive batters you've ever seen come from this country?
Yes, in the present times, yes. Before that, the former captain of Nepal team, Raju Karka from Bhairava, he was the most destructive batter I've ever seen in the past. Nicely bowled. We're talking about another former cricketer, Dipendra Chaudhary, chief selector now for the national side. He was also destructive.
I reckon he could still clear the ropes. It's lovely to see the number of former international players, yourself, and, you know, Sharon may get back in the international team, involved in the game in so many different ways. See Amir Akhtar, heavily involved in the Premier League, Dipendra Chaudhary, like you said, chief selector, Binod Das, the general manager. It's a real cricketing family, a dynasty here in Nepal, and rightly so too. 19 overs bowled, it's 81 for 4.
Oh, Lifebuoy hand washले मार्छ 99.9% viruses. त्यसैले bomb र संसारकै #1 selling germ protection soap brand.
Okay, boys, in this pitch, what we need is speed. Need to be fast. Coach, who's the fastest? Okay, Welling. Welling.
सबैलाई थाहा छ इन्टरनेटको स्पिड र सर्भिस दुवैमा फास्टेस्ट वर्ल्ड लिङ नै हो This is the fun.
कैयौं आकर्षक फिचर्स, टन्नै भेराइटिज अनि गजबको मूल्य सबैका लागि हिमस्टार.
पहेँलो सबै गोल्ड हुँदैन किबु गोल्ड ओरिजिनल एनर्जी ड्रिंक.
Thanks to them, thanks to all the sponsors as well, really. I have to say, when I saw this new Asian Cricket Council structure announced by the ACC president, Jay Shah, I was hugely excited by it, but just firstly because of the scale of it. This isn't just across men's cricket, women's cricket, under-19 cricket, under-16 cricket, and all across the continent of Asia as well, at every level, not just about India and Pakistan. It's equally as much about Bhutan and Iran, or Myanmar and Thailand. Grow the game. That's what the Asian Cricket Council are doing. And this premiere is a really good competition. It's one that is, again, thanks to that expansion of the ICC pathways, that have increased the opportunities and the regularity of particularly ODI and T20I cricket for those leading associates. It's showing how much better these teams are. I've already seen 5 centuries in the competition. It's just game day 4. 2 for UAE, 2 for Hong Kong, 1 for Nepal. We saw the brilliance of Bahrain yesterday. There was a huge depth to Asian cricket. I think, in my opinion, is going to make it the strongest region at the associate level in the years to come.
Yeah, credit goes to ACC, the Asian Cricket Council, to bring in the age group as well, under 16, under 19, and the Challenge Cup, the Premier Cup, this tournament, the road to Asia Cup. This is the third spell for Karan Casey in this innings. He's bowled 2 overs in his first spell, and solitary over in the second spell, and the third spell. Now bowling from Chobar end. He prefers that end to bowl. Nothing has started up a bit slow here. A good shot ball. Nicely played down to the ground by Manna for a single.
Massive amount to be played for. Over the course of this tournament, there are 3 spots. Firstly, what will be a development tournament in July alongside the A teams of the 5 test nations in the region. That's India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. And the top 3 will advance to that, the Emerging Teams Cup, Paresh. The real prize, the big prize, the winners of this tournament, the champions, they go on to play India and Pakistan in the Asia Cup group stages. Nepal have never been there. Is this the group of players that are going to send them to that tournament?
Yes, a high chance for Nepal to be there, to take the group of India, Pakistan. Nepal has qualified for the Asia Cup 21 years ago, but due to some circumstances, the Asia Cup was cancelled, and a very nice shot by Iron for a boundary down to long on. 20 gone, Oman 87 for 4.
Suggestion ahead. You are on the fastest route. Rerouting. Rerouting.
The all-new Pulsar N160 with dual channel ABS.
You've reached your destination.
Sparkling energy drink. Kivu Classic. स्पर्शदेखि ग्राहकको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थमा सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई
Manishani from the feminine end. Pulls it to the leg side. Yeah, talking about the pathways of ICC and the pathways of ACC. They've done a terrific job. Again, the next 4-year cycle of the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup is 2 for 2027 World Cup. There will be 18 Netherlands will be added there, along with Canada, the newcomers.
Yeah, I think that's actually going to strengthen that league on both fronts. In no way disparaging the Papua New Guinea. They're a great team with a great culture. Canada are a strong side. And they beat out Papua New Guinea, finished above them, and took their ODI status. And then with Netherlands coming back down from the Super League after what was a really marvellous, a really special first ICC Men's Cricket World Cup League 2. Nepal that took that third and final spot. I think the second edition is going to be even better.
Yes, 8 teams batting out again for 4 years. 4 years of extended ODI stages for 8 teams. $21 gone, Oman 89 for 4.
लाइफबोय ह्यान्ड वासले मार्छ 99.9% भाइरसेस त्यसैले बम र संसार के नंबर 1 सेलिंग जम्प प्रोटेक्शन सोप ब्रांड
टुटीफोर्टी कस्तो छ
I've been using NT40 since 2017. It's so smooth, fast, and affordable. That's all. You are absolutely right.
Nepal Telecom, the राष्ट्रको संचार.
In the service of education, DAV Jolakil.
तपाईँ हुनुहुन्छ र त हामी छौँ
त्यसैले
गर्व गरेर दोहोऱ्याउन मन लाग्छ
I am enjoying. We did have a bit of a chat off air, on air about what could we maybe call it. B13 is the famous one in the MCG, and it's the rowdiest crowds. And one fan has got in touch, I can't remember his name offhand, but thank you for sending in a message. That came to me at Cricket Badge here on the smartphone. They've suggested naming it after the legend Shakti Gacha. Well, I don't think that's a bad idea. They're going to come back for 2 here. We'll get home. Shakti section or something like that. Got a bit of a ring to it.
Yeah, it can be that. That is the section that you can see the game very well. It's a bird's eye view, or let's say hawk eye view. Perfect seating is in for as a spectator for somebody. We don't know him yet.
Now, if there's a Shakti section, there better be a Haras's enclosure or a Kadka's corner, maybe. Or it's Kadka 2. And then one of them just out directly, their favourite. Who was the guy that, back in that era, that you enjoyed playing with the most? Who gave you the most joy, whether it was batting in a partnership with them or watching them bowl? Who was your favourite person?
Oh, well, my favorite person was definitely Grotas. He bowled from that end. I've taken very much wickets from that end. And I used to play that slips when he bowled, and I've taken some catches of him. And the other one was Sharadar Swakar. He used to hit sixes in that area, even Paras Karka.
There's something special about a bond between someone who feels it's slip and the bowler. I can almost name you every person I would have played with regularly that stood at first slip for me, and they were always the first one I went to if I ever got a wicket, whether they caught it or not. Special guys in Audace, and I have to say, given, again, without going into the details, some of the challenges that the administration has had over the years, the job that he's doing as the cricket manager for the Cricket Association of NEPAL'S first class, and really benefiting from his experience and his really serious hard work.
Yeah, he's done a terrific job being the cricket manager for Cricket Association of Nepal. And we might call that a Monty Ball section in recent times.
It's a bit early before Monty gets a section named after me. He might do in 5 or 10 years' time, or whenever he wants to stop being the head coach. But let him just be the coach for the moment. Gorgeous day it's turning into now. The threat of any rain or the thunder seems to have dissipated. And for Oman, where to from here? Nadeem and Ayan have taken the sort of the sting out of that threat. But that required run rate is going to come into the game more and more.
Yeah, this is a slow passage of play here. He's trying to rebuild the innings, and Nadeem and Ayan is going over a run of ball, playing very good, whereas Nadeem just wanted to stay there, rotate the strike, left and right hand combination. Nicely driven that into the gap for a boundary, a much needed boundary for Oman.
A good stroke. Anytime you play off the back foot, whether it's in front of square or this time, like it was behind square, the ball that's on the rise, and he played it nice and late, right under his eyes. 39 boundary fours already in this innings. Wonder will we get by that 51 total between Kuwait and UAE just a couple of days ago here. I know everyone's having a good time of it, but none more so than the curator and his team will continue to serve up brilliant cricket wickets. 22 ball, 98 for 4.
कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला यति कार्पेटको शहंशाह
Half International Education, Study Abroad Expert, Hatisar, Kathmandu.
Okay, boys. This bit of need is speed. Need to be fast. Ready, boys? Who's the fastest? Okay, welding. Welding?
सबैलाई थाहा छ इन्टरनेटको स्पिड र सर्भिस दुवैमा फास्टेस्ट वर्ल्ड नै हो Who's the first? Drink sorted, energy sorted.
Interesting Irish is going to come around the wicket to Nadeem. And when Nadeem, fine operator. Oman not out of this game. They've got Aki Vilias up their sleeves and the big hitter Sandy Cowd. It's a huge ball. It really does. Players put no slouch to the bat either. Bit of a mix-up. May get home despite the direct hit. We're going to go upstairs. Direct hits can always be a bit closer than you think. It was Rowan Powell, wasn't it, who did the fielding? And laser-eyed right into the middle of the three stumps. Nice celebrations. Has he got home or was Nadeem tardy with his running?
Yeah, very good piece of fielding by the captain. Will Bowden picked it with left hand, translated to the right hand, and threw it very quickly to pull out the stump. A direct hit is always very close.
Here we are. It's a fixed camera. As long as the bat goes down, he should be home. You can see the ball there. It's in between the Nadeem. Got to ground the bat, Mohammed. That's what you've done. That one viewing of that should be enough. Green means go. Green light safely on. Good work though from Pedal. Given that Nepal lost the toss and it felt like a very important toss, 310 was well above your expectations.
Yes, it was after losing the two early wickets without scoring a run in the board. 4 consecutive maiden overs for Oman. Getting these two early wickets off the openers. Nicely fielded by Sandeep Lavishani and a cheer from the crowd. It's a different difference in early. He's just giving that ear to the ball, not just starting it in.
Here we are, number 5. It's Irene here that strikes, and Ian Khan's aggression has cost him. He's tried to cut one or force one away off the back foot. And Asif Sheikh takes what looks like a pretty simple catch, just a feather of an edge. Oh man, they've lost half their team.
Yeah, look at the feathers in his cricketing mind. Look at that slowness up in the air. The ball turned a bit, got the slightest of edges. A smart catch by the keeper. And Khan has to depart for a medal weight 29 of 28 deliveries. Oman 99 for 5.
Energy sorted. Nepal Telecomको 4G network छ. Speed, technology, coverage, reliability, affordability, र साथै quality र service. राष्ट्रको सञ्चार.
Okay, boys. This bit of need is speed. Need to be fast. Ready, boys? Who's the fastest? Okay, welding. Welding?
सबैलाई थाहा छ इन्टरनेट.
Number 7. So wicket taking over. It's 99 for 5.
सबैका लागि ड्रिम स्टार.
तपाईँ हुनुहुन्छ र त हामी छौँ
त्यसैले
गर्व गरेर बोलाउन मन लाग्छ
I am
caution ahead. You're on the fastest route. Rerouting.
The all-new Pulsar N160 with dual channel ABS.
You've reached your destination.
Oman in deep trouble, half the size, back in the hut, under 25 overs. The new man in is Gout. Nadim is on strike.
Yeah, a few questions coming in just about the Duckworth Lewis Stern par total and where things are at as we get another look at that catch. Really good one, right in the end of the glove of Asif Sheikh. What a good decision. The umpiring's been excellent. Right now, Oman are a long, long way behind because of those 5 wickets that they've lost. We will have a result today, whatever the case. We've had 20 overs in the second innings. Nice straight drive. Going to be 4, mid-off and mid-on, up in the circle. Very elegant stroke, a very classical, orthodox shot from Mohammed Nadeem.
Yeah, just timed that ball to perfection. Didn't try to hit it hard. Just placed the ball in the gap. Look at that. Very elegant shot. So see there's a mid-off and mid-on inside the circle. And the last wicket, because the thing, I just credit goes to himself because he was bowling slow through the air. So usually he bowls very quick. He got in. This time around he bowled very slow through the air. That particular over.
Yeah, just getting to those Duckworth Lewis Stern numbers. The end of this over, end of the 24th, Oman would need to be 191 now, miles behind, light years behind. And if they were only 1 down, it would actually be pretty close. They'd only be 10 behind. But wickets are the currency that values. I don't think we're going to have rain. I don't think it's going to matter. But as we learned our lesson from a month ago, we didn't think we'd have rain that day. We didn't. It was bad light that forced the players off. But today, both sides, both Oman and Nepal have been pretty prompt in bowling their overs. It's not even 3 o'clock yet. We're nearly halfway through the second innings. We should be fine. We should complete this match to its full.
It will be fine. It doesn't get darker like what it did a month ago. Tried to guide it down the third man, but straight to back of point. I shake the fielder there.
Maybe the one concern over the last little while, outside of that 5-wicket haul that Karen Casey took on Valentine's Day to get that whole Cricket World Cup League 2 run going, just been a little bit of diminishing returns. Maybe he hasn't been at his very, very best. I think he's fully fit. He looks strong, he looks healthy. He's proven a bit expensive at points. Top edge is going to run away for 4. Nothing Kushal Mala can do about that. In case he continues to leak runs. Another over with the boundary in it. It's 108 for 5.
ग्राहकको चक्रालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सबैभरिलाई
हो लाइफबोय ह्यान्ड वासले मार्छ 99.9% भाइरसेस त्यसैले बम र संसारकै नम्बर 1 सेलिङ जर्म प्रोटेक्सन सोप ब्रान्ड
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला यति कार्पेटको शहंशाह पहिलो सबै गोल्ड हुँदैन original energy drink.
Lots of questions to ponder and to answer for Zishan Maksud, the captain. Unleashed the absence of his star player right now, Akif Ilyas, not being seen with the bat just yet. Sandeep Lamachani to return. He is getting wonderful curve out of the hand from his leg breaks and sharp turn too.
Yes, to pick up the bonus when it's all 6 or 12 in fifth over. Had bowled very well. He bowled off spinners to the left hand, which was pretty interesting to see. He hasn't bowled that yet in his career. Back down.
Asif Sheikh was very interested. He thought there was a noise. He thought there was maybe some glove. Mohammed Nadeem says to him there wasn't, and smiles all around the noise. And the leg side, I don't think so. It was really an appeal and hope afterwards from Ramachani. Bit of a drag down, not a great delivery. Back on the money.
Yes, that was a very long hop. Lucky that was not struck to a boundary.
Is that beautifully bowled. You just know as a leg spinner when they're coming out right. Still no sign of Aki Villiers. He's not on the treatment bench. Callum Muller's got the pads on. Not bad as low as number 8. We just hope he's alright because we know how difficult his injury history has been.
That was well bowled, a good aggression shown by Sandeep Lyons, and he wants to have a chat with the batsman. A very relaxed looking dressing room of Nepal. You can see there Arjun South, the young Surya Kamal.
The one thing that's been really noticeable since Monty Desai came on, one, the consistency in selection, and two, goes into the pad. I think that would have had a long way to travel and a lot to do to guarantee it was going on to hit the stumps. I think for me, the wrist spinner, it's a pretty fair decision. Height, got him inside the line. Batters indicating there's some bat involved, I don't think there was. But yeah, it's the consistency in selection and also the extended squad that Monty Desai has been allowed to keep. Obviously only 14 players officially, but because they're on home soil, the likes of Saud and Tamang et al, they're not the official subs, but they're very much part of the squad. All going Nepal's way today. The stumps save a single. Good comeback over from Sandeep Lamachani. I'll hand over now to Sherif Sakar and Paresh Lahani. It's 109 for 5.
Congestion ahead. We're on the fastest route. Rerouting. Rerouting.
The all-new Pulsar N160 with dual channel ABS.
You've reached your destination.
I've been using NT40 since 2017. It's so smooth, fast, and affordable. That's bro. You are absolutely right.
नेपाल टेलिकम राष्ट्रको संचार जीवन बिमा जरुरी छ
हामीले रिलायबल नेपाल लाइफ इन्सुरेन्समा जीवन बिमा गर्यौं
न्यूनतम सम्पन्न मुख्यमन्त्री सुरक्षा राज्य नेपाल लाइफ इन्सुरेन्स सधैँ
Only 17 runs. I would like to welcome back again Sharman Clarker here in the combo.
Thank you for it. And back comes Sompal Kami as well for his 5th over. Putting up some muscle there, Sompal. In the shoulders for it. That jersey fitting in pretty nicely. You can see those shoulders growing.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of strength training that he's been going through. Nicely bowled, nicely defended, and get 2 games going together here in Kathmandu. One this Oman versus Nepal, and the other one in Mumbai Stadium, Hong Kong versus UAE. Hong Kong getting a total of 263, losing 8 wickets in 60 overs. UAE chasing 264, are 91 for 2 in 21 overs.
Good battle going on Mulpani. Some good scores by all the teams over 250. Indicates that it's a good batting track as well in Mulpani. for a good job the curators, the pitch curators, the groundsmen have done to bring that ground up in international standards. Great goes to Can as well for doing all the renovation work. And now Kathmandu does have two grounds, two international grounds that is, in the same city.
Yeah, that preparation of Multani ground has lifted what of that's nicely defended by the batsman. Lifted the load taken by this new international cricket ground. Coming down the track. Five legs, 2 runs taken easily.
Well bowled there by Som. Saw the batsman coming down, bowled it full, nicely flipped it from his leg from the crowd. I would love to see Sompal testing Sandeep with a short one. A lot of runs to play with. You see the deep fine leg and deep square leg fielder down, out to the third man and deep point cover. That was a change of pace, good variation shown by Sompal.
Yeah, 26 gone. Oman are in Nelson, 1-1-1 for 5.
Sparkling energy drink. Kivu Classic.
तपाईँ हुनुहुन्छ र त हामी छौँ
त्यसैले
गर्व गरेर बोलाउन
हो लाइफबोय ह्यान्ड वासले मार्छ 99.9% भाइरसेस त्यसैले बम र संसारकै नम्बर 1 सेलिङ जर्म प्रोटेक्सन सोप ब्रान्ड
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला। यति कार्पेट, कार्पेटको शहंशाह।
See the points table of the ACC Men's Premier Cup 2023 in Group A. Nepal on top. Nepal, Malaysia played one game each.
Lalita and Rajvamshi bowling that well. A second spell.
Still early stages in the tournament, Polish. Both the groups, every team has a chance to get to the top two.
Yes, very much early. This is just the fourth day. And this is the second game for both the teams, Oman and Nepal, and second game for UAE and Hong Kong in Multani ground. Singapore has already played 2 games. Oh, that's very well bowled.
First signs of big turn from Lalit. He would be happy with that amount of turn he's getting from this wicket. Tries to get that extra turn, maybe hold it a little bit shorter. Batsman usually rocks back. On for his 5th over, Lalit Rajvamshi. That was bowled with the arm, came slightly wide of the crease. You can see those subtle variations by Lalit. He is an improved bowler, definitely. Those subtle changes, those release points, that's going down less for sure. The 27th over completed. Oman are 112 for 5.
This pitch what we need is speed. We need to be fast. Who's the fastest? Okay, Welling.
सबैलाई थाहा छ इन्टरनेटको स्पिड र सर्भिस दुवैमा फास्टेस्ट वर्ल्ड लिङ नै हो। This is the fun. 20 वर्षदेखि ग्राहकहरूको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
Hub International Education, Study Abroad Expert, Hadisar, Kathmandu.
Strike. And full of delivery. Beautiful fielding by Rohit Bhode, the captain, diving to his right, stopping that ball. Captain in the front. And look at this again. He's nowhere in the scene. Now he comes, diving full.
Diving field is all around. Well done, Captain Rohit. Always one thing you can count from him is 100% effort. Another dive is stopped there by the mid-wicket fielder.
Keeper Singh really intercepted the two cheetahs off the national side. They don't hesitate to dive. Team Starkey, another quick leader. The bowler, Sopal Khani, is a very good athlete as well.
Where does this game go from here, Pari? What would be the right approach from Oman with 5 wickets down? 23 overs to go.
They need to counter-attack. One of these batsmen, they should counter-attack the bowlers. Nepal right on top at the moment. Another variation bowled by Sopal Khani, the off-cutter. Nicely running down. The third man for single Nadine. Still 96 more runs to win from 22.2 overs. A very relaxed Nepali dressing room there. You can see Monty Desai.
Earlier in the first innings, Pari, when I was just down near the dressing room, you could see a very chirpy Monty Desai. He was supporting the batsman in the middle. He was like any other youngster supporting the team. So good to see your coach backing your players. That's what he has done with this team. Backing them throughout from the time he has come.
Yes, that is very important for a coach to back your team. And you said the stumps, the field taken off the ricochet of the stumps. He's not only the coach, he's the guardian of the national side, of all the Nepali cricketers here. Another slow ball, off-cutter bowled by Sopal Khani. 2 end the over, 28 gone, Oman 116 for 5.
Projection ahead. We're on the fastest route. Rerouting.
The all-new Pulsar N160 with dual channel ABS.
You've reached your destination.
हो लाइफबोय ह्यान्ड वासले मार्छ 99.9% भाइरसेस त्यसैले बम र संसारकै नम्बर 1 सेलिङ जर्म प्रोटेक्सन सोप ब्रान्ड
I've been using NT40 since 2017. It's so smooth, fast, and affordable.
Yes, bro, you are absolutely right.
Nepal Telecom, राष्ट्रको सञ्चार।
Okay, the bowling change from the pavilion and Sandeep Lavishani is coming back into the attack. Oh, like you said, Sagar is trying to bowl some left arm orthodox.
You never know, but it's still 5 overs to go from him. Maybe at the end of this spell, might see one coming left hand, left arm spin. But for now, the leg spin is good enough.
That his singles will not harm Nepal at all. No man need to push the gear to the highest level. They should change their gear, attack the bowlers. It's getting a bit dark here. Nicely spread, but straight to the 45 behind the stump.
Slow passage in play at the moment. Almost 21 overs left. Close to a T20 game. 190 runs to get is not a big ask, but the concern is 5 wickets are already down for Oman. Oman still have that experience in their team. Take this game deeper as much as possible. Nicely cut there. The ball runs away to the boundary. Very well executed. Made room for himself, Nadeem. Cut it away right in the gap.
Yeah, that was a good lead. Well read by the batsman there, Nadeem. I think he got a fingertip to it, but couldn't stop the boundary. A much needed boundary for Oman. Nicely tossed up. Get it straight to long off for a single.
Also to mention about Rohit's captaincy for AC. What a right time he called upon Sandeep. In his first over, he got up 2 wickets, showing some good changes of bowling, getting matured as a captain. 29 done. We'll come back to that point. Oman are 123 for 5.
एनर्जी स्वाट्दै यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला यति कार्पेट कार्पेटको शहंशाह
In the service of education, DAV Jolakil.
Half International Education, Study Abroad Expert, Hatisar, Kathmandu.
तपाईँ हुनुहुन्छ र त हामी छौँ
त्यसैले
गर्व गरेर बोलाउन मनपर्छ
आइएमै गरौँ
Bowling change from the bowler, and Arif Sheikh comes into ball. He's played 41 ODIs, 6 wickets he's taken. Good start by him. And talking about captaincy of Rohit Kodet, you were talking about that. You played with him, and you played with Paras Katta. He's one of the best leaders of Nepal team. He's led the team for 10 years. What is the difference that you found between their captaincies?
Well, it's very early days to judge him with the great Paras Khadka, who has given so many achievements for Team Nepal as a captain and as a player. But you can definitely see some things that Rohit has learned from Paras. The bowling changes, the instinctive decisions that Rohit takes, the bowling changes. Talking about Rohit, he's a cool customer. He's not as talkative as Paras in the field. Paras was a live wire. You could hear his voice throughout the ground when he was near the sun.
Yes, I've had a chance to play under him as well in his early days. A very good leader, great captain that Nepal has ever produced.
Talking about Paras's captaincy, he was one guy who was fearless. He would take chances he would create chances for his opponents. Wicket-taking options, like he would bring up the fielders for a ball or two, take that chance against the spinners. I'd love to see Rohit do the same and learn those skills from Paras's book.
It's all about learning from the seniors, being a very young captain, 30 overs bowled, Oman 125 for 5.
XH Certified Technology. जीवन बीमा जरुरी छ।
हामीले रिलायबल नेपाल लाइफ इन्सुरेन्समा जीवन बिमा गर्यौं।
स्पर्शदेखि ग्राहकहरूको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई। यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला। यति कार्पेट, कार्पेटको शहंशाह।
Over of the innings. Nicely bowled. A big starty, quick. Bounces to the ball and releases it very quickly to the keeper.
Paresh, the weather looks quite gloomy and you can see a strong breeze blowing across the ground. Hopefully the rain got away. The good thing is, and that's a big shot. That will break the tackles. Nadeem going for a huge 6.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere from Nadeem's bat. He was very slow, very quiet. In the last 5 or 10 overs, that came all of a sudden. Hit it wide off long on to the brass banks. Inside edge. The ball rolling down to fine leg. Back-to-back boundary, 6 and a 4 for Nadeem. Much needed 10 runs in 2 balls for Oman.
That must get Oman going a bit. They're trying to play it in the back foot. That was a flipper, I guess, or a top spinner batsman. Inside edged it and runs away to the boundary. Mohammad Nadeem slowly and surely getting a move on. He moves on to 34. So good to see for a players like him. He's almost 41 years of age, maybe more than you.
Yeah, 46, 41. No comment on the age, but he's just playing it well. That 6 came out of blues. I would say he was just staying there, just running the ball around, knocking the ball around. The 6 came out of blues.
So what do you think? Are you having second thoughts to make a comeback? Running back?
Well, it's not a second thought, it's always the first thought. After 31, Oman, 135 for 5.
Congestion ahead. We're on the fastest route. Rerouting. Rerouting.
The all-new Pulsar N160 Review Channel ABS.
You've reached your destination.
पहेँलो सबै गोल्ड हुँदैन। Kibu Gold, original energy drink. स्पर्शदेखि ग्राहकहरूको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
Nice shuffle in the commentary box as well. And you is back.
Well, congratulations, Sharad. You achieved something that I've been trying for 3 years now. You somehow left Paresh Lahani speechless.
Wasn't he out of words? Yeah, that's what the advantage I have got. I understand him well. His mindset playing against with him actually.
The great thing in the modern day and age, you can't hide anywhere. So all I'm going to do now, whilst we're live on air, we'll just Google his name. He wouldn't tell us his age, so I'm going to tell you instead. Born on August 19th, 1980. 42 years young, the great Paresh Tony Lahani. He's got plenty of cricket left in him, I reckon. It's great to have him with us. It really is. This performance from Nepal has been hugely impressive in almost every way thus far. Can they close it out? Or are some of those problems, some of those issues with the death bowling going to return to haunt them?
I would assume there would definitely be a fight back from Oman with the experience they have being the second best associate ODI side in the last league, they will definitely look to get closer to this target, but it's still a long way to go. At the moment, Nepal definitely look on top.
Yeah, the interesting graphic though was one we saw not too long ago. I think 10 or 12 runs between the two teams at the end of the 31st over. And even Nepal had actually lost 4 wickets. I know one more for Oman, having lost a fifth. So it was in this last 20 over phase where Nepal really started to go into the ascendancy, thanks firstly to Kushal Mala and after Sampal Kami. Great to see him probably back to something like his best with the bat. He's a good operator lower down the order.
And mentioned this previously as well. He does open the back for his army side in the domestic competition. There is definitely no mug with the back, so that's for sure. Scored his second ODI 50 today. What an innings it was.
End of the 32nd over, it's a tight one, good stuff from Arif Sheikh. Score is 138 for 5.
हो लाइफबोय ह्यान्डवासले मार्छ 99.9% भाइरसेस त्यसैले बम र संसारकै नम्बर 1 सेलिङ जर्म प्रोटेक्सन सोप ब्रान्ड
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनु होला यति कार्पेट कार्पेटको शहंशाह
In the service of education, DAV Jolakil.
Hub International Education, Study Abroad Expert, Hatisar, Kathmandu.
जीवन बिमा जरुरी छ
हामीले रिलायबल नेपाल लाइफ इन्सुरेन्समा जीवन बिमा गर्यौं
न्यूनतम सम्पन्न लाइफ इन्सुरेन्स सबैलाई
The wind is getting up and it's blowing very heavily. I'm not sure if we can show you the flags. One of our cameras might be able to show you the flags around the ground. And they are blowing a gale really right now, blowing dust across the wicket. A few of the fans, they're almost kind of taking shelter on the back walls because it's quite exposed up there on the grass banks. So I don't remember winds like this. It's a bit unseasonal, Sharon.
Well, you imagine seeing a couple of days since the last rain. Oh, there was a slight chance. But these are early signs of showers for sure. It's warning signs, danger signs for Oman at the moment with the DLS system.
Well, it's like a mini cyclone. Don't know exactly what's going on. Right now, just to keep you posted, keep you updated. Oman are well behind on DLS. At the end of this over, we're played to stop at the end of the 33rd. There would need to be 208 runs, and they're 70 behind. The only thing is that gap will narrow it a little bit like in the inverse of the UAE-Nepal game. If these two could stay together and still be there in 10 overs time, there wouldn't need to be that many more runs. At the end of the 43rd over, they'd only need to be 248. So, yes, that's 100 off 10 they need from here. But I don't think we're going to go off immediately, but there is a possibility of a share. As we get to the end of a very tight Manna over. 33 have been bowled. How are well in control of this contest. Oman 140 for 5.
In this pitch, what we need is speed. We need to be fast. Who's the fastest? Okay, Wally. Wally.
सबैलाई थाहा छ इन्टरनेटको स्पिड र सर्भिस दुवैमा फास्टेस्ट वर्ल्ड लिङ नै हो
This is the fun. Nepal Telecomको 4G नै पर्फेक्ट छ स्पिड टेक्नोलोजी कभरेज रिलायबिलिटी अफोर्डेबिलिटी र साथै क्वालिटी र सर्भिसमा पनि नेपाल Telecom राष्ट्रको सञ्चार
Hub International Education, Study Abroad Expert, Hatisar, Kathmandu.
In the service of education, DAV Jolakil.
So, just play 2/3 of the way through this chase in terms of the overs bowled. 33 have been completed, 17 remain. Some very strange weather whipping around. Not exactly sure whether it's going to cause some precipitation, but the covers are being held by the ground staff. Picked up into the leg side by Nadeem and going to get 4. It's a good shot. Plenty of fans are scoring 2. I don't see any rain, Sharon, but the ground staff seem to think there might be some coming.
You can see the flags blowing really hard towards the Sovar end. Yeah, when the clouds are coming from that direction, there are chances that the rain might come down, and that was a good shot, pickup shot around the mid wicket.
Ground staff right now are scurrying everywhere. They're running across the outfield. We'll see if we can show you this. And I think we're going to have a break in play. And now the side screen's been blown over. If we just go back to the main camera, you'll see this side screen at the other end. Switch to the other end, we'll see the wind has got so bad, it's actually taken down. So you can just switch to the, yeah, there we are. And I'm just glad no one's been hurt here. Sampal Kami's jumping over to help out. This isn't the first time this has happened. You know how much cricket I've done around the world. Go on, Sampal, show us your guns. Lift it up. Up. Who else is in there? Bim Sharkey. They need to get Karen KC down there. This would just push in a heartbeat then. But I did do one game up in, trying to remember where it was. It was Scotland. It was in Aberdeen. And a little mini cyclone whipped the wooden side screen into the air. And we had about a 40-minute break in play. We had to get a tractor onto the field. But look at this. In Nepal, you get it done yourself. Bim Sharkey, Sampal Kami, and all the ground staff, and maybe a few of the fans blowing it as well. They got the side screen back up, and I think we're going to have, I'm not sure what we'll have.
Congestion ahead. We're on the fastest route. Rerouting.
The all-new Pulsar N160 with dual channel ABS.
You've reached your destination.
ब्याङ्किङ जस्तो संवेदनशील कारोबार पब्लिक ब्याङ्कबाट कहिल्यै नगर्नु। सामाजिक सञ्जालमा राम्ररी जाँची बुझी ब्याङ्कको आधिकारिक प्रोफाइल मात्र फलो। कुनै पनि लिङ्क क्लिक गर्न अगाडि त्यो केको लागि कसले पठाएको र कहाँ जान्छ राम्ररी बुझौँ र खुलेको वेबसाइटको URL चेक गरौँ। अप्रिय घटना हुन नदिन समय समयमा आफ्नो पासवर्ड परिवर्तन गर्नु। आफूलाई कुनै कुरामा शङ्का लागे ब्याङ्कलाई तुरुन्त खबर गरौँ। सतर्क रहौँ, ठगीबाट बचौँ।
सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्कद्वारा जनहितमा जारी सन्देश। सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सधैँ भइरहे।
हो लाइफबोय ह्यान्ड वासले मार्छ 99.9% भाइरसेस। त्यसैले बम र संसारकै नम्बर 1 सेलिङ जर्म प्रोटेक्सन सोप ब्रान्ड।
In the service of education, DAV Jolakil.
नेपाल टेलिकमको 4G नेटवर्क छ। स्पिड, टेक्नोलोजी, कभरेज, रिलायबिलिटी, अफोर्डेबिलिटी र साथै क्वालिटी र सर्भिसमा पनि नेपाल टेलिकम राष्ट्रको सञ्चार।
Okay, boys, this pitch what we need is speed. Need to be fast. Who's the fastest? Okay, welding. Welding.
सबैलाई थाहा छ इन्टरनेटको स्पिड र सर्भिस दुवैमा फास्टेस्ट वर्ल्ड नै हो।
This is the point.
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनु होला। यति कार्पेट, कार्पेटको शहंशाह।
Hub International Education. Study abroad expert. Hadisar, Kathmandu. Congestion ahead. We're on the fastest route. Rerouting.
The all-new Pulsar N160 with dual channel ABS.
You've reached your destination. Congestion ahead. We're on the fastest route. Rerouting.
The all-new Pulsar N160 with dual channel ABS.
You've reached your destination.
कारोबार पब्लिक वाइफाईबाट कहिल्यै नगर्नु। सामाजिक सञ्जालमा राम्ररी जाँची बुझी ब्याङ्कको आधिकारिक प्रोफाइल मात्र फलो गर्नुहोस्। कुनै पनि लिङ्क क्लिक गर्न अगाडि त्यो के को लाग्छ?
Use a bit of common sense, which I've no doubt that they will. So, into the final session of play, into the final third of this chase, and might look an unlikely 10 and over or so that Oman require. If there's any ground that you can do this, even though there's only 5 wickets in hand, it would be this one. There's a loud clap of thunder around this valley that echoes in a big way and gets an ironic cheer from the crowd.
I hadn't heard that thunder for a long time. Hope the rain, God, have mercy on us.
Well, we asked them on air to wait till about 5 o'clock. We're 90 minutes away from that coming true, because the valley does need rain. The country needs rain, the region needs rain, because there's some really extreme temperatures going around right now, particularly down south of the border in India. It's very, very disconcerting. So we don't mind rain, just make it after we enjoy our cricket. Make it overnight if you want.
Absolutely. If it's raining in the evening, we will definitely see a clearer mountain tomorrow morning in the International Stadium.
Well, I'm not sure if that thunder has scared off some of the security guards, because all of a sudden the fans are filling in. So those that were outside, I think one of the, he said, "Oh, thunder, I'm going home." And then the fans have noticed, and in they come. They're all coming in there to the grass banks. Brilliant passion for the game here. It really is. Look at the piling in.
Yes, we're going to see the biggest crowd in the whole day today. At the moment,
I think what's really exciting about the schedule, look at them there at the top of the hill.
Green swap day, energy swap day. स्पर्शदेखि ग्राहकको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थका सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
तपाईँ हुनुहुन्छ र त हामी छौँ।
त्यसैले
In the service of education,
Well, at Rajbanshi, the ball is 7th. He's bowled really pleasingly today. Talked about Aki Vilyash's journey back from injury. What about this man? He went through what could have been a career-defining injury, but the way in which he's come back speaks volumes of his character.
when I spoke to him when he was coming back from that knee injury, he was saying he was going through an 8-hour-long rehab every day for 6-8 months. How much hard he has worked on his fitness coming back.
And imagine going through that and then knowing that you've got not just one or two other left arm spinners to get by, 15 or 20. And that is dedication, that's belief, that is not giving up on your dreams. And that's why, particularly with that 5-wicket haul, Ashbanchi, just double checking it's not out. It's okay. 5-wicket haul in Cricket World Cup League 2, it meant the world to him. Special young man, this one, Manna Rajbanshi, and to get to the top of the tree as a left-arm spinner in this team, it's not easy. You have to be bowling brilliant UL, and that's what he is right now.
I like Oli. No, I like Oli salad.
Very patient guy, and oops, the hat flies away.
And Lalit is going to run after and get it for the umpire. That's the way to earn an LBW decision in your favour. Look after your umpire, that's what I always got told as a spin bowler.
And the good human being Lalit is helping out umpire. Coming back to Lalit. Come back Out him in another over. 35th done. Oman are 147 for 5.
Congestion ahead. You are on the fastest route. Rerouting. Rerouting.
The all-new Pulsar N160 with dual channel ABS.
You've reached your destination.
Oh, Lifebuoy hand wash ले मार्छ 99.9% viruses. त्यसैले bomb र संसारकै नम्बर 1 selling germ protection soap brand.
Hub International Education. Study abroad expert. Hathisar, Kathmandu.
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला। यति कार्पेट, कार्पेटको शहंशाह।
15 overs remain. There is a bit of rain in the valley. Just getting some messages coming in. One from up in the valley, about 15 kilometers away from here. Probably where we heard the thunder coming from. For now, getting lots of requests to keep people updated on the Duckworth Lewis Stern as well. For now, Nepal are a long way ahead. There it goes. Up! Catch it. It's not a magic trick. It's not a witch's hat. Just as well Lala caught the ball. That was heading towards the umpire. And away it rolled.
It's getting brighter now with the hard wind blowing. Clouds moving away as from these punches that towards the cover. Another run.
So for any of the really concerned Nepali fans about, if we were to go off at the end of this over, and if Oman are still 5 wickets down, it would need to be 217 for 5. So a long way ahead. DLS will be, I suspect, pretty irrelevant unless we go off in something like the 45th or 46th over. We do think we're going to get this game in. Direct hit, safely home for the single. Nepal showing why that within their own conditions, their home conditions, they could be, I'm going to call them co-favourites, I think, alongside UAE. I think they're the two best sides in this competition. But are they co-favourites?
Absolutely. Talking of UAE, they are in a quarter quarter at the moment. The game that's going on in Mulbani at the moment, UAE are 6 down in 117 chasing 263.
This is why there is no such thing as big favourites in associate cricket. Everyone beats everyone regularly. 150 comes up in the 36th over. And if that result goes that way, that blows Group B wide open.
That's a new one.
In many ways, this Group A, you'd still quite fancy Oman and Nepal to take the 2 spots. But the reason it blows it wide open, Charles, is because of Bahrain's win yesterday. Not just the fact they got the 2 points, but the fact that they hammered Singapore, who were the 3rd ranked of the 5 sides in that group. So UAE, despite a big win over Kuwait, they can't turn things around if they're full panties. They won't be guaranteed of a semi-final spot by any stretch of the imagination. And Hong Kong, they're saying, Andrew, we're the co-favourites, not UAE.
Most certainly, with the records they have, they're presented in the Asia Cup 4 times. Can't write them off for sure. Hong Kong has been one of the favorites for many years in the Asia Cup. 36 gone, Oman are 152 for 5.
Kibu Gold, original energy drink. स्पर्शदेखि ग्राहकहरूको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई
तपाईँ हुनुहुन्छ र त हामी छौँ
त्यसैले यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला। यति कार्पेट, कार्पेटको शहंशाह।
Mohammed Nadeem has played really sensibly. He's found an ally in Sandeep Good, but right now Oman need to get going. They need more than 10 and over. For me, Sharad, if they have the aspirations of winning this game, that's angling down. They've got to start going now. They can't wait another 3 or 4 overs.
Absolutely, it's high time they up the ante. So the T20 begins with wickets in hand. Would be called a chaseable score, but it's a tough task for now.
One more update from the Multani ground. That's the Group B action between Hong Kong and UAE. It's raining and they've gone off. Now, you know me, I love my duck with Lewis Stern. I don't have the official numbers in front of me, but I can guarantee you Hong Kong are ahead, and probably pretty comfortably ahead, because UAE are 117 for 6, needing 264 to win. They're probably maybe 50 or 60 ahead on DLS. And in the last 5 overs, they've collapsed. UAE, they've lost 4 wickets for just 17 runs. And that little 5 over passage could dictate that group if they can't get back on. And what's more, Shara, if Nepal go to form and beat Saudi Arabia, and Qatar to close out this group, if they can close out this victory here, win the group, I'll remind you of something. It's first place second in the semis. So we're UAE to take the second spot in the other group. What would we have in the semi-finals? Nepal versus UAE on a Saturday. The last time that happened last month, there was 30,000 people here, and another 10,000 down on the main road.
Yes, a dress rehearsal it will be of the last series match. Exciting times, isn't it?
And I'll tell you something. A real shock for the UAE. There's a lot of cricket to be played before we work out in the semi-finals, so we're just speculating here. Just having a bit of fun, really. But if it did end up with a Nepal-UAE semi-final, they want redemption, UAE. They feel they were robbed of a win here.
I would be having a strong eye in the UAE versus Bahrain game. That will happen in Multani. Because that ground is one ground. The toss will make a big factor. 37 gone, Oman are 153 for 5.
The all-new Pulsar N160 with dual channel ABS.
You've reached your destination.
I've been using NT4G since 2017. It's so smooth, fast, and affordable. That's all. You are absolutely right.
Nepal Telecom. Rashtra Sanchar. XH Silicon Technology.
My favorite is next with cheese.
13 to go. 158 to win. Required run rate continues to soar because the problem for Oman hasn't been Mohammed Nadeem's innings. You can understand why he's played the way he's played. They really needed Gowd to come in and attack, and he hasn't. He's got 20 off 40. That's a strike rate of 50, and when you need more than 10 and over, not really enough.
The game is slowly but surely moving towards Nepal at the moment. Only Akif the recognized batsman coming in. Not sure why he hasn't batted till now.
Yeah, we did try and find out. We don't have any official word, so we're not going to speculate. We just hope he's all right. We hope he's healthy. I did notice he wasn't moving very fluently in the field, but I had been told that in advance, so that the return from this leg injury was going to be a work in progress, a slow work in progress. Catch from New Yorker, again gets it down the ground for the single. Yeah, but if it's Ilyasin next at number 8 in Kambat. They do have a little bit more. Fayaz Butt and Kalimullah's batting is about the most improved of any real tail ender that I've seen in associate cricket over the last couple of years. He's big long levers and he can hit quite big sixes. This ground, intensity and a potential to lead runs in the last 10. Couple has been for Oman. They aren't giving themselves a chance because right now the required run rate 12.5 and over.
The bowling of Nepal has been an issue in the past series, past few games. You could see an improved performance in the last game against Malaysia from Nepal in the death over. You see the same kind of variations there by Nepal as the Oman batsman run for a quick single. You would imagine with Sandeep having only 3 overs left, most of the overs would be bowled by the seamers. With Sompal and current cases with 6 overs left after this. If Oman will be having these 5 wickets in hand around the 43rd, 44th over, it would be interesting to see.
Slower ball out of the back of the hand, clipped away. Field's very quick, it's been clipped away for 4. It's going to be 50 for Mohammed Nadeem. The old man, he gets younger and younger. 40 years of age, he's got another ODI 50. And the ground, they rise, as is the trademark of this, even for the opponents. It's the 4th one-day international 50 coming from 75 balls. Well batted, Mohammed Nadeem. The score, 162 for 5.
Oh, Lifebuoy hand wash ले मार्छ 99.9% viruses. त्यसैले bomb र संसारकै #1 selling germ protection soap brand.
Okay, boys, in this pitch what we need is speed. We need to be fast. Hey, coach, who's the fastest? Okay, Welling. Welling?
सबैलाई थाहा छ इन्टरनेटको स्पिड र सर्भिस दुवैमा फास्टेस्ट वर्ल्ड नै हो
This is the first.
कयौं आकर्षक फिचर्स टन्नै भेराइटिज अनि गजबको मूल्य
Well, Rajvanshi, all his 9. Welcome Paresh Lahani back alongside me. Paresh, been a brilliant day. This game's still alive. There appears to be across the rest of the valley, but not here in Kirtipur. They're off in the Multani cricket ground. And there's plenty of fans worried about the Duckworth-Lewis position. Don't be worried just yet. Hopefully, firstly, we'll get the game in full. But at the end of this over, it's 219 that Oman would need to be at. So still about 50 behind. That gap will narrow if it gets to the sort of 45th, 46th over, and Oman stay 5 down.
Yes, wicket is the key here in the fence. Trying to do your best. Get it, fiddle off the back. Straight to where the current is in the fielder there. Mind you, Lenny, Nepal's death bowling has always been a problem recently. So it should be back of Rohit Bowler's mind that it should have bowlers who can bowl in a nice slot straight down to Kathmandu region for 6 runs. A much needed 6 for Oman.
This is what Sandeep Goud can do. He has that reputation. And they almost always hold him back as far as they can. The crowd silence. This game, just because it's this ground, is not over yet. Of course, every other cricket venue in the world, even with good batting wickets, you think, okay, the game is done, you need nearly 14, 13 and over. Things can come so quickly in the last 10. Remember, in the last 12, just 48 hours ago, it was 195 runs that the UAE plundered from the last 12. They don't need 195, they need 140 odd. There is still a contest on here. Gay gets his first maximum. 39 have been bowled, it's 170 for 5.
Injection ahead, throwing the fastest route. Reroute.
The all-new Pulsar N160 with dual channel ABS.
You've reached your destination.
Original energy drink. स्पर्शदेखि ग्राहकको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सबैभरिलाई
joy that's been expressed today with all those records falling, but it won't be the same if Nepal can't close out victory. It is more than 2 needed. Because of that, although Pavel goes back to the Penderson area, he's usually so economical, so reliable. He just wants a couple of tight overs here to close things out.
Yeah, he's Mr. Dependable for the Nepal team. The rushes through his overs, he's already taken a wicket. I think he's born a bit slower to the air. Always goes quicker to the air, darts the ball into the batsman. He's recognized that it's to be more slow, you get turkeys out of it. That is why he's going a bit slower to the air.
And for Oman, maybe the approach is to get Gowd to do much of the work. The team has looked very untroubled in his innings. I don't think he's going to... He might get up to a run of ball, maybe a little more than that, but he's not going to take 15 or 20 off and over. That's going to be Gowd, who's now going to press the accelerator. Not where he intended, but 4 more. And every boundary is just starting to grow some concern amongst the thousands that are gathered.
Yes, I think this is the right time for guys to go after the bowling. That was the outside is running down to the boundary at third man. 124 more needed of 62 balls. That is bob in the air, but Yorkland couldn't get under the ball without.
Brave bowling, but also very skillful bowling, because he's got it to dip. It might have appeared like there was going to be a full toss for Gowd. That deception has meant it's only been a single. Sunshine now streaming across the ground. So we can get these 10 overs after this in. Very nicely played. Good work by Karen Casey in the deep. We'll keep it to a couple. End of the 40th over, end of the second power play. The score 180 for 5.
Oh, लाइफबॉय ह्यान्ड वाशले मार्छ 99.9% भाइरसेस त्यसैले बम र संसारकै नम्बर 1 सेलिङ जर्म प्रोटेक्सन सोप ब्रान्ड
I've been using anti-40 since 2017. It's so smooth, fast, and affordable. That's all. You are absolutely right.
Nepal Telecom, राष्ट्रको सञ्चार.
In the service of education, DAV Jolakil.
तपाईँ हुनुहुन्छ र त हामी छौँ
त्यसैले गर्वगरेर दोहोऱ्याउन मन लाग्छ.
I really do. Simon Chani has done both the 41st over and 8th over of his spell. Umpire signaling the start of the third power play. 5 fielders can be outside the 30th circle now. 131 required of 60 balls. And I don't understand why would you keep 1 over of Lavina and Rajpalsi? Any idea anything about that?
I guess just to mix things up. Maybe well Powell is afraid that Sandy Gowd had just sized up the left arm spinner. So he goes back to his star leg spinner. He wants a wicket. He wants the end of this partnership, which is just proving a bit of an irritation right now. They don't want it to become more than that. Ramachan is usually the man with the golden arm. Skip stays in. As late as this 41st over, so still on the hunt for wickets.
Yes, sir. I think the batsman there just hurt himself on his knees. Just trying to see that I think the issues was loose because he had to get back very quickly. So I think he did a very good job to get a hand to it.
It's taking a little while to get back to his feet. Sandy Gowd. It really has been a day that's had almost everything. I wouldn't be in the least bit surprised if Oman started to show us some more and started to give us more. Huge task, 130 off the last 10, massive. If there's a ground you can do it at, it's this one. Particularly when you've got batters who are in and set at the wicket. Runs, they come quickly. When they fly around the ground like that, 4 down the ground, over pitched by Lamachani. Every boundary inches Oman into this contest.
Yeah, it's not over yet. Nicely picked up shot straight towards the side green. One bounce over the fence. Big hit. Huge one for a 6.
10 runs, 2 deliveries, they need 13 and over. That's how quickly this game can change. Arms are aloft for an almighty blow. This is a good stroke. I actually saw it from an angle, the slips camera there, it makes it really exemplifying it. The quality of the strike nearly into one of our photographers with the gathered members of the media. Good stop, backward point. 10 runs from 4 deliveries. And they get 1 or maybe 2 more boundaries in this over, get ahead of the rate.
Yes, that was a very good man, and you can see the action taken by the officers. Nice wicket away off his bat. That was a seam up delivery by Sandeep Lamachani.
It's a funny one now, he's bowled that more and more in recent times. A great believer in sticking to your strengths with your leg break and your googly. I think he thinks it's a ball that Ryan Burrell actually bowled for a lot for Zimbabwe too. To get away with a single. The team sweeps this more conventionally and sweeps it perfectly. Great placement. It's another boundary. It's 15 off the over. And Oman is showing there's plenty of cricket left to be played. It's 195 for 5.
किंदा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला यति कार्पेटको शहंशाह
Half International Education. Study abroad expert, Hatisar, Kathmandu.
Okay, boys, this pitch what we need is speed. Need to be fast. Who's the fastest? Okay, Worlding.
सबैलाई थाहा छ इन्टरनेटको स्पिड र सर्भिस दुवैमा फास्टेस्ट वर्ल्ड नै हो दिस इज द फर्स्ट पहिलो सबै गोल्ड हुँदैन गोल्ड ओरिजिनल एनर्जी ड्रिंक
I over 122. I don't know why he was stopped bowling his 10th, the final over. He played Sandeep Lamachani came in and gave away 16 runs.
Picked up down the ground, there's a man out there. Taken, it's carried. Gets to Sampal Carey. And there's cheers of relief as much as anything else. As guys look to go to 50 with a maximum, but they're back dancing in the stands.
Yes, crisis man defender takes a wicket again. What a cricketer he has been for Nepal. For a number of years. Look at this again. It got the toe off the bat. A smart catch taken by Sulpan Kami. Crowd has to depart for 46. Oman now 195 for 6.
अनि सबै पेपर वर्कहरु सकियो त सकिसक्यो तेरो पर्सनल मोबाइल नम्बर त ब्लक गरिस् पर्सनल मोबाइल नम्बर त अस्ति नै टेलिकम अफिस गएर ब्लक गरेर आइसके अनि ब्याङ्कमा नि ब्याङ्कमा त्यहाँ चाहिँ किन गर्नु पर्यो र त्यो त गर्नुपर्छ नि आफ्नो मोबाइल नम्बर परिवर्तन वा ब्लक भएको आफ्नो ब्याङ्कलाई पनि जानकारी दिऊ र आफ्नो ब्याङ्क खाताको जानकारी अरूको हातमा पुग्नबाट सचेत रहनु सतर्क रहनु ठगीबाट बचौँ सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्कद्वारा जनहितमा जारी सन्देश सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई
हो लाइफ बोय ह्यान्ड वासले मार्छ 99.9% भाइरसेस त्यसैले बम र संसारकै नम्बर 1 सेलिङ जर्म प्रोटेक्सन सोप ब्रान्ड
extraordinary. Such terrible run, such terrible luck. Instead, it's going to be Fire's buck to the crease, and look at Irie. Oh, he's such a good fielder. Runs better, in my opinion.
Yes, look at him. Feel of his own bowling and swing down the stumps at the striker's end. Very quick, live wire. That's very well bowled slow through the air. Yeah, he's definitely been the practice man for Nepal over the years.
What do you think of all of the answers to Nepal's death bowling quandary and problem? The diminutive little right arm off spinner. I think he's the answer. So clever, he's so canny, so good at the death. Defender, Singh Irie.
Yes, I've been saying that for a long time. He can be the best bowler for Nepal. Rare misfield there by the field. Now to backward point for a boundary. The fielder there.
Yeah, the rarest of slips. They set themselves very high standards. I don't know if he's been done by the spin a little bit there, maybe. Didn't get into a great position. Floods into the Pepsi advertising triangles. And the 200's up. So wicket taking over though, critically. And there's still 110 runs required for victory. 42 have been bowled, 201 for 6.
कयौं आकर्षक फिचर्स, डल्लै भेराइटिज अनि गजबको मूल्य सबैका लागि हिम स्टार।
तपाईँ हुनुहुन्छ र त हामी छौँ
त्यसैले
गर्व गरेर दोहोऱ्याउन मन लाग्छ।
आइएम गर्नु।
Congestion ahead, you are on the fastest route. Rerouting. Rerouting.
The all-new Pulsar N160 with dual channel ABS.
You've reached your destination.
$237. And if that acceleration continues, and Fire's buck can start to open up those broad shoulders, we'll possibly have quite phenomenal finish. Still getting lots of questions on social media about the Duckworth Lewis Stern. I think we'll get the remaining 8 overs in, don't worry. I will give you an update after this ball, just in case. It will change with the 6th wicket having fallen. Karen KC into the attack, slapped into the offside, doesn't carry. Rajmachi gets a bit lucky really, keep it to a couple. So if we were forced off at the end of this over, 43 overs bowled, Oman would need to be 255 for 6, so that total DLS par that is still about 50 away from where they are. I think if this game is a bridge, even if it's in the 47th or 48th over, very likely Nepal are going to win it. If Oman are going to do it, they need to do it taking it all the way to the 50th and final over.
Yes, I don't think it's going to rain. At least until 5 or 5:30 in the evening, if it does so. Another shot, I'll hit it straight. A good catch by Rohit Kumar Paudel. Nadeem has to depart, a much needed wicket for Nepal. He was playing so well, Nadeem.
Well, it was a length delivery, it was there to be hit, and mid-off was technically up in the circle, but he was right on the edge of it. And Rohit Paudel has judged this really well. You talk about the anticipatory movements you need to make in the field. That's the fast feet of Rohit Paudel that made this catch easy. It's come off the toe. KC thought it was going to be a chance. He's caught it 5 yards outside the circle, but he started inside. He's a real folk hero at this ground, KC, and that was one of the loudest cheers of the day. The Dean's gone for a really well played 65. It's 203 for 7.
Congestion ahead, you are on the fastest route. Rerouting. Rerouting. Rerouting.
The all-new Pulsar N160 is a dual-channel ABS.
You've reached your destination.
What? No way! It actually stuck.
Energy swap.
A run of ball. He will not die wondering, and pitch it in the slot to him at your peril. And KC has his first wicket. Ali Muller's batting has come on light years. He's an out number 11. Probably just as recently as 3 or 4 years ago. Now, he really values his batting, he really enjoys it. And he'll quite enjoy this situation. Nothing to lose. Still no sign of Aki Bilias. I suspect that means we may not even see him back today. And when the 9th wicket falls, if it does fall, that could be it for Oman. No sign of him even being padded up. So the work will be passed over to Butts and Kalimullah. Possibly just Bilal Khan to come after. Nepal consents victory. We need to stay professional to close things out. Both Butts and Kalimullah are very capable of clearing the ropes. Paresh, given the early loss of those 2 wickets, none for 2 after 3 overs at 1 point. The way in which Manna played, and Sampal Kami and Lamachani's 3 for, going to be a wide. Taken by Asif Sheikh. Has this been pretty much the complete performance from that position?
Yes, it definitely has. It was actually 4 overs made on a trot to start off the first 4 overs, and 2 wickets were down. Nepal was 0 for 2 in 4 overs after that start. Dean Sarki played very well. Rohit Kumar Paul, the captain, had a start. Arif Sheikh also. And then Kushal Mullah Jennings made the difference. Nicely shot. That's running down to the boundary for 4 runs.
Yeah, and that's not the length to bowl. Short, it's wide, it's slapped away. Good contact too from Butts, who is no mug with the bat. He gets that well in front of square. So Sampal Kami show us all the tricks that he's been practicing for the last month with his death bowling. Karen KC do the same, shows some variation. Short and wide, not the way to go, particularly in the final power play. Protection on the leg side. Kushal Bertel feels really well. 43 bowled, it's another wicket taking over. It's 210 for 7.
ग्राहकको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थमा सम्बन्ध सबैभरिलाई
हो लाइफबोय ह्यान्ड वासले मार्छ 99.9% भाइरसेस त्यसैले बम र संसारकै नम्बर 1 सेलिङ जर्म प्रोटेक्सन सोप ब्रान्ड
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला यति कार्पेटको शहंशाह Spring Swap Day, Energy Swap Day.
That's everything early with the 6th over of his spell. 101 needed of the last 7 overs. Way down the offside, wide given by the umpire. No, these 2 batsmen, they have to hit the ball hard.
That ball there is the one. That's why I think he can bowl to death. You might think that's near a half volley. But speared in so flat, the trajectory very, very hard to be able get the elevation you need underneath that to hit it for 6. Add to that the angle around the wickets. It's not easy to do it for 6 balls in a row, but if anyone can, I think Defender Singh is the one. Good strength from Cali Mullah. We'll only get a single really well fielded by Bim Sharkey.
Yeah, it's very hard to get under the ball because he's starting the ball in, angling the ball away from the right-hander in a Yorker length. Very difficult for the batsman to get under the ball to get the elevation. That is why they are playing all along the ground. Another a bit slower through the air. Very smart bowling by Kathmandu Singh. He can be and he will be the best bowler for Nepal if Karan Casey and Sopal Kani gets hit out of the park in the death overs in the future.
There's something about him, isn't he? I think he's very difficult for batters to pick up. His approach to the crease is a short one. You talk about the rhythm and the timing you want as a batter, the clues you get. This time slower with almost the exact same bowling action. Wasn't picked as being slower and could only adjust to get it away for 1. Brilliant bowling from Ireland. Outstanding, in fact. 44 bowled. I'll bid you farewell for the moment. Leave you with Sharad Vasakar and Paresh Lani. It's 214 for 7.
Congestion ahead. You are on the fastest route. Rerouting.
The all-new Pulsar N160 with dual channel ABS.
You've reached your destination.
I've been using anti-poses since 2017. It's so smooth, fast, and affordable.
Yes, bro, you are absolutely right.
Nepal Telecom. राष्ट्रको सञ्चार
Minecraft.
जरुरी छ
हामीले रिलायबल नेपाल लाइफ इन्सुरेन्समा जीवन बिमा गर्यौँ
न्यूनतम सम्पन्न उठाउन Nepal Life Insurance सधैँभरिलाई
We'll bowl the 45th. 6 overs remain, 97 to win. What if that hits it? Oh, hit the back and hit the grill on the way. That was very nasty.
No!
On his feet, Fayaz. We are trying to scoop it, just top edged it straight to the helmet.
The window by outside is strong. See?
Storm?
And Karan Casey, to everyone's surprise, is spilling.
Is this storm? What?
I don't know what he was feeling about, but he clearly hit the bat and went to hit the helmet. That's a mandatory concussion check being done by the physio there. Good to see that Fayaz is up on his feet. Again, the wind come back.
Thankfully, Fayaz is all good and good to go. Yeah, he's a top customer, Fayaz. What? Can use the long handle. Still checking if there is any blood. But he looks fine. He would look to swing that back now. With 6 overs to go. You can see the tree is blowing really hard.
We can see that the wind has come back again, and we can see the umpire holding his hat. Look at the trees. It's very windy out there. It's coming here in the comedy box too.
I can see the wind, it's really blowing hard. Hopefully everyone stays safe. It's a bad idea to get under those trees at the moment. Glad no one is off There is. As Fayaz goes for a big hit, falls short to the long on fielder. Dipendra, he just collects it. Another single.
Yes, it's pretty windy out there. And the balancing Eddie is down to long on. Tried to hit that over the long on feeder, but didn't connect it as well as he'd liked. One bounce to Dipendra. That's hit it very well. Out. Kushal Bhurtel taking the catch down to mid-wicket. I think the wind has just blown the ball inside the boundary. It was hit very well.
Yeah, hitting against the wind. Kalimullah thought he got a good piece of it, but yeah, it got more height rather than distance. You could see, did swing it hard. Went really high. Was travelling, but a neat catch taken. A good early call by Kushal Bhurtel. Takes it comfortably. Not easy to take those catches when the wind is blowing so hard. Kalimullah goes for 2. Oman are 215 for 8.
Oh, Lifebuoy hand wash ले मार्छ 99.9% viruses. त्यसैले balm र संसारकै नम्बर 1 selling germ protection soap brand.
ब्याङ्किङ जस्तो संवेदनशील कारोबार पब्लिक वाइफाईबाट कहिल्यै नगर्नुहोस्। सामाजिक सञ्जालमा राम्ररी जाँची बुझी ब्याङ्कको आधिकारिक प्रोफाइल मात्र फलो गर्नुहोस्। कुनै पनि लिङ्क क्लिक गर्न अगाडि त्यो के को लागि हो, कसले पठाएको र कहाँ जान्छ राम्ररी बुझौँ र खुलेको वेबसाइटको URL चेक गरौँ। अप्रिय घटना हुन नदिन समय समयमा आफ्नो पासवर्ड परिवर्तन गर्नु। आफूलाई कुनै कुरामा शङ्का लागे ब्याङ्कलाई तुरुन्त खबर गरौँ। सतर्क रहौँ।
No, that's, I think it's pitched out the line of the leg stump. And because of the wind is blowing across, that was a very good connection by the batter there.
2 wickets to go. You would imagine Akif is kind of injured. Haven't seen him till now. Probably it could be the last wicket for Nepal to take. Karan, decent spell. Taken 2 wickets. His comeback spell, and that was a low pull toss. Nice bit of fielding there by Kushal. You could see there in the end of the screen, the side screen has again fallen down. It will be a short break in play as well. It's 45th over done. Oman are 215 for 8.
Congestion ahead. You are on the fastest route. Rerouting.
The all-new Pulsar N160 with dual channel ABS.
You've reached your destination.
ब्याङ्किङ जस्तो संवेदनशील कारोबार पब्लिक वाइफाईबाट कहिल्यै नगर्नुहोस्। सामाजिक सञ्जालमा राम्ररी जाँची बुझी ब्याङ्कको आधिकारिक प्रोफाइल मात्र फलो गर्नुहोस्। कुनै पनि लिङ्क क्लिक गर्न अगाडि त्यो के को लागि हो, कसले पठाएको र कहाँ जान्छ राम्ररी बुझौँ र खुलेको वेबसाइटको URL चेक गरौँ। अप्रिय घटना हुन नदिन समय समयमा आफ्नो पासवर्ड परिवर्तन गर्नु। आफूलाई कुनै कुरामा शङ्का लागे ब्याङ्कलाई तुरुन्त खबर गरौँ। सतर्क रहौँ, ठगीबाट बचौँ। सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्कद्वारा जनहितमा जारी सन्देश। सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
हो, वासले मार्छ 99.9% viruses. त्यसैले balm र संसारकै नम्बर 1 selling germ protection soap brand.
In the service of education, DAV Jolakil.
नेपाल टेलिकमको 4G नै पर्फेक्ट छ। स्पिड, टेक्नोलोजी, कभरेज, रिलायबिलिटी, अफोर्डेबिलिटी र साथै क्वालिटी र सर्भिस। नेपाल टेलिकम, राष्ट्रको सञ्चार।
Okay, boys, this is what we need is speed. We need to be fast. Who's the fastest? Okay, welding. Welding.
सबैलाई थाहा छ इन्टरनेटको स्पिड र सर्भिस दुवैमा फास्टेस्ट वर्ल्ड नै हो यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला यति कार्पेट कार्पेटको शहंशाह
Half International Education. Study abroad expert. Hatisar, Kathmandu.
Congestion ahead. You are on the fastest route. Rerouting. Rerouting.
The all-new Pulsar N160 with dual channel ABS.
You've reached your destination.
The side screen has been fixed and ready to start after the short break. Full toss on his pads. Only a single taken. Both the side screen are down now. You can see there in your screen. Either side on the pavilion end and the Jobar end. Again, a stop of play here. It's getting very windy out here. And luckily there were no people under the side screen. Very, very windy here. All the players and the groundsperson will try to lift the side screen up. Again, a stop of play here at the TU International Cricket Ground. Side screens are in place. There's still a gap. The side screen at the Jobar end is fixed. The wind is coming on again. Very dusty and windy out here in the middle. Again, a stop of play in the TU International Cricket Ground. I've never seen such windy day in more than 2 decades I've spent in this ground.
Yeah, it's tough conditions at the moment. You see the monitor in the ground as well. Broken to pieces. It's all happening here, buddy.
Yes, that little monitor is also split in different pieces. You can see that. You can see that in your screen. Very windy, very windy. As if anything is going to bowl. Got it inside edge there, just a single.
Yeah. Good thing is the game's on. Everyone stay still now. Yeah, it's good work done by the groundsman. They're holding on to the sidekick from behind. In place for the moment. Yeah, everyone, you can see the crowd are also in their feet. Just waiting this game to get over. 5 more overs to go. You see the chairs. It's all flown out.
Almost cleaned them up. That was very well bowled, slow through the air.
See the chairs. It's all flown out. Kendra. Into bowl. Another strong hit. Running to the long on region. Nicely collected for another single.
Yes, it's very, very windy out here. The game is still going on. Just be safe out there, the spectators. Nicely bowled. 46 gone, Oman 218 for 8.
What you need is speed. Need to be fast. Ready, coach? Who's the fastest? Okay, Welling. Welling?
सबैलाई थाहा छ इन्टरनेटको स्पिड र सर्भिस दुवैमा फास्टेस्ट वर्ल्ड लिङ नै हो विद द फर्म स्पर्शदेखि ग्राहकहरूको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थका सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई
2 wickets in hand. Nicely flipped away off his pads. Battle sweep down to the fine leg for 4 runs. Much needed boundary for Oman.
That was nicely parallel on its way by Fayaz. Yeah, Nepal should look to wrap the innings of Oman as early as possible as the next run rate. You never know in the latter part of the tournament. It might come into play. Oman slowly move on to triple 2.
Nicely slapped that down to extra cover for 4 runs. Back-to-back boundaries for Fayaz. Oman still think that it's not over yet.
Fayaz using that long handle to good effect. Being a fast bowler himself, definitely back a punch. Couldn't deliver that. So in case he needs to think, probably a short ball option could be a good one for Fayaz.
Yes, Kushal Burdell, yet again a catch for him.